Welcome to Panels and Borders, and this is a series comic back issue, and this is part 3 of a 4-part series that I'm doing, and now we're doing, Detective Comics 577, and this is part Batman Year 2, Part 3, and just want to talk about the cover. I really like this cover. This is not my favorite cover out of the 4 covers in this, but it's up there. It's probably second or third. I really like this cover. Batman, holding the angel on his parents' grave there, and you kind of got the gun bullet holes in the headstone there, and Batman with that oversized Todd McFarlane artwork. Batman with the impractically large cape. That would never work in real life. Only in the comic book world would this ever work. It would never be practical in real life, but it looks great. It looks just amazing. So, Batman Year 2 by Mike W. Barr, Todd McFarlane, and Alfredo Alcala. Chapter 3, Deadly Allies. So, we start off, Batman's in the graveyard, visiting his parents' grave, and he's doing some soul searching. He doesn't, he's just confronted Joe Chill. He's got to team up with Joe Chill. He's betrayed Gordon. He's teamed up with the criminals. He's taken up their weapons. How many more lines does he have to cross to take the Reaper, to get to the Reaper? And I just want to say, I really like the artwork on this page, this double page spread here, this big panel at the top where it shows Batman, that, huge cape that Todd McFarlane draws on there just looks so cool. Him in the graveyard with all the trees with no leaves on them in the background, yellow moon and all of that. And just really like that page. Great artwork. That has some amazing artwork there. Todd McFarlane is one of my favorite artists. From back in the day, there's not, out of new artists, that up and coming, there's not too many like him anymore. And, artwork so good, Bob Kane even swiped it. And so Leslie comes into the graveyard because she knows he's going to be there. And then so she's kind of like his conscience in this story. She's, telling him, now you're hanging with criminals, you're using their weapons. How many lines are you going to cross to take this Reaper out with this plan? Plan that makes no sense in this story. To me, it's stupid, but I'll talk more about that after. So anyway, we have Joe Chill and Batman together, and this is their first night out together, their first mission. And so what they're doing is they're going to set up a trap for the Reaper. So in this building, you got a bunch of druggies in there, drug dealers that aren't dealing because they're too scared of the Reaper, because the Reaper's been out, slaughtering guys left, right, and center. So they're there to make sure they start dealing again out of that building because they want to set up a trap for the Reaper. So they go there, Batman and Joe Chill take out the guards. Joe Chill tries to kill the guards, but, Batman stops him. And I kind of like what, this line in this panel and this line here where, Joe Chill says, for a man who doesn't like guns, you sure pack a cannon. I used to carry a piece just like that. And then it, shows this flashback of Bruce Wayne picking up the gun, and, Batman, you see him all pissed off and gritting his teeth and replying, "Is that right?" And, it just, takes a lot of Batman to work with this guy. So they go in there, they, fight their way in there. They get the guy that they're looking for. It's this hippie guy. And basically they tell him, your bosses have a job for you. And basically that's the job. They want them to start dealing again because they want to draw out the Reaper. They want to get the Reaper in that building so they can set a trap and take out the Reaper. So here Joe Chill is at another meeting with the mob bosses. Here the criminals, and they're asking him, about this trap, and he says that it should go well. You have lots of, we should be able to get the Reaper. And then they're asking about Batman, and he's telling them, Batman's soft. He won't kill anyone. I've seen him. He's too soft. And they tell him, well, when you do the Reaper, you do Batman. So they're going to double cross Batman. So here we have, they're out for dinner. Batman and Rachel is out with Judson Caspian. So this is the first time the Reaper and Batman meet each other in their alter egos. So, from their perspective, this is their first time they've met, but not their first time meeting because they've after fighting 2 times before this. And so Rachel tells her father she's given up becoming a nun. She's wants to be with Bruce Wayne, and so he kind of warns Bruce Wayne, my daughter's been hurt in life, and I don't want to see that happen again. You've got a reputation. And Bruce Wayne then tells her father, well, convinces him, he believes in, overcoming things and moving beyond the past and all that kind of stuff. So basically he convinces her father, he's going to do good by his daughter. And that Bruce Wayne is like fallen in love with Rachel, and he's, found some happiness. But of course, neither one of these guys can hang around because they got to go, because they got other business as their alter egos. And I like that last panel, shows two of them getting ready, gearing up to go out for the night, to face each other again. And I kind of like that Batman tearing open the shirt to reveal the bat symbol. I thought that's kind of cool. Doesn't really make logic sense, I guess, that he was not going to wear his bat suit underneath that and then have his mask and all that there. But it just looks cool. I kind of like the Superman's old trick of tearing the shirt open. So I really like that panel. Thought it was pretty cool. And so anyway, here we are at the warehouse. The Reaper's taking out guys. The trap's being sprung, but it's not working out as they planned. Reaper's killing guys left, right, and center. The cops are in there storming the place. And Batman and Joe Chill arrive. Same thing with Gordon. So they get into a big, huge gunfight. So now this is Batman's third encounter with the Reaper. They fight again. The Reaper tries to take out Gordon. Batman saves Gordon, and Gordon tries to arrest him. And then Joe Chill tries to shoot Gordon. And then the Reaper's just killing cops and shooting guys and, left, right, and center. And then the Reaper tries to escape, and Joe Chill, accidentally shoots a big thing of ether, causes a huge explosion. And here he is at the end, clinging for his life. And Batman is not doing anything about it. Batman's kind of wondering, thinking, if I let him fall right here, that's it. It's done. It's over. He's finished. And, I could just let him. I don't have to save him. And he's thinking back to this guy who killed his parents. But then, of course, Batman saves him. So they're planning to get the Reaper, and this one failed. The trap failed. And they part paths and until the next time they have to meet up. And then Batman says, I swear the next time I'm going to plug him. Next time I get a chance. He swears to his father. And again, I don't know, that part of the plan that doesn't make sense of him having to join up with these guys in the first place and use that gun. So that's my thoughts on that issue. I had some good artwork in that one. And, still, the story is still kind of shaky on Batman Year 2. It's not nearly as good as Batman Year 1 story-wise. And still really like the cover. So next, part 4, now this is the conclusion. The next one is actually my favorite comic out of these 4. And I think it's the best one. And so that's the one I'm going to be talking about next. And so, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. If you've read these comics, what do you think of them? And, join me for the conclusion. And I'll see you at the next one.